Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Game Arena Collegiate CoD LAN. I am Zarin, joined by Graf. Graf, how you doing today? You ready for some more awesome Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Zarin, and I know we're going to have some incredible Call of Duty coming up for this next series that we have the University of Illinois going up against Zip Esports, and I know you were telling me this is going to be a close series, even though it's a best of three. Who are you leaning towards, sort of?
Well, I mean, in the CCL, obviously two top 25 teams, Akron Zip sitting at number 16 on the community polls, and Illinois sitting at number 21. So obviously, very close matchup just based off of those numbers. Coming into this, I got to think Akron is just a bit of a better team. They have more top end talent than the side of Illinois, but we have seen Illinois early on in the season upset some teams in the CCL there in the Midwest region. So you just never know. And obviously, in a best of three, there is absolutely no room for error for either side.
Absolutely not, especially going into the championship Sunday. You want to be feeling that confidence, right, going on in to one of those big days. And like you said, University of Illinois, I think they're going to have to step up when it comes to their gunny. And I know we were talking about it. Gosi was initially kind of on that roster until, of course, he got brought up topic. Granted, he wasn't playing as much, and they're bringing in a newcomer. So they really have to try to find their footing here early on in this series.
For sure, and you know, you talk about the newcomers, Phoenix and Tommy, the new additions to this squad. They're joined by actually Exy and Shufi, two guys who have been a part of the Illinois program for now close to 3 years, I believe, since the Modern Warfare season in the CCL. So those two guys, we're looking to them to lead the way, but those new guys that got a lot of pressure. First match of the entire tournament against the number 16 team, a little bit of a tough challenge for them, but hopefully they'll be able to step up and show why Illini is in the top 25. Going on the other side of Akron, we were talking about Kaiser a little bit before the series. Is he the guy you're kind of looking to lead this team?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had the pleasure of casting him last year. He is a phenomenal kind of AR flex type of guy. Has that opportunity to pop off at any single moment. I think his search and destroy is what sometimes lacks and holds him back. But we'll just happen to see how that comes in. And then let's go on into the maps and talk about what we have coming on up. It's going to be that Mercado Hardpoint, the Embassy Search and Destroy, and El Asilo. So if you're Illinois right now, which maps do you think they're going to be able to take to at least get it done in that 2-0 or 2-1?
Well, you see that Mercado pick from the side of the Lioni, and obviously with that pick, that Mercado is a very mixy map, a very sub-heavy map too. But if you can get the ARs involved, especially over towards P2, P4, and P7, I mean, it could really get out of hand quickly. And on either side, two very powerful ARs for both teams. I'm looking at Illini for this Mercado to really key in on P2 and P4 specifically. That's where they're going to get a lot of their points in this series. So definitely an Illinois pick. Controversial maybe against a team like Akron, but still, Illini very, very talented. And just like that, we're hopping right on into game number one here. Game Arena Columbus Pool D play starting right now with Illinois going up against Akron.
Yeah, and you have to start off hot right now if you are the University of Illinois, as they're trying to play for those P2 spawns early, and you just want to be ahead of the curve on that. But inside of Akron, guys are already pulling out that submachine gun. Like we said, he was that flex AR last year, so making that transition to the submachine gun, we'll see how that's paying off for him. But per usual, just a lot of contest points here on that P1.
Yeah, you see player number two just a few seconds ago, Tommy, work his way through back alley. Akron leaving that wide open for them to walk right on through and win those spawns right back. So Illini off to a good start. They find themselves in the league, but obviously P2, one of the keyest hills on this entire map, and off to a good start.
Yeah, and they are fully set up for this one in a big gunfight from Shufi right in front of that P2 hill. So this will lock down that cantina. Now they know their player is spawning all the way in the back. So all you have to worry about is that mid cut and the front side near the hedges, as Tommy yet to go down in this one. Exy also seen at 5-2, 3 in a row. But so far, inside of Zip, they're trying to work this one, but they are getting shut down left and right by the ARs.
Yep, Aiden trying to work his way around with the sub. That's going to be Kaiser picking up Exy. So here's the break that they needed. But Tommy and Mata up top, able to take them down. So they hold strong for now. 30 seconds and counting left on this hill. Akron starting to make their way over towards Tin already as Kaiser tries to battle for Old. Great start for Illini. You got the P2 time that you wanted, but you see 3 players for Akron already set up on Tin. You see Tommy starting to work his way around back parking. Players 3 and 4, Shufi and Mata working their way across. So they're going to try and set up a pinch, but you see Elite here with the submachine gun just waiting. Not a great start for him. Looking for just his 3rd kill of the game, but Tommy spots him out, able to grab one. Here's the break that Illini needs. Tommy trying to work his way in. Door closed for now, so they'll hold.
Yeah, and this is a big play zone. XC, he comes in right around the backside and helps out his teammate. And Tommy, who's yet to go down, but Kaiser with the knife. You love to see it as they are locking down this P3 elephant room, but it's Shufi. Do they know he's here? Yep, they give you that stun check as he's maybe just waiting for one more player to come on in, but both angles being covered. XC tries to go big, but again, it's Aiden. He was sitting at 0-6, and now he sits at 2-6, getting a lot of that time, but Kaiser, again, the player we were highlighting, sitting at 11-4.
Yeah, this is an important scrap time that Akron's actually getting here as they start to rotate over towards the Barber side. Shufi gonna be cut down towards the hedges, so Akron will regain control of P2 as they work their way through back alley. Elite with a nice 2-piece, finally caught up to even scoreline at 7-7. See Kaiser off to a hot start as we talked about him early on in this game. There's going to be a big gunfight here for Shufi. Looking for that player, he does finally get him down, so 2 fall, only 2 now towards the point. It's going to be a 2v2 on the hill. Who's going to win this battle? Shufi gets 1, able to get the second 2. Looking for that 3rd player, Kaiser lagging in, waiting for that support over top. You see how Illini are responding. They're going to be able to set up a pinch here really quickly, but Akron needs to work fast. Kaiser picks up 1. He gets a second before getting cut down, and Aiden able to get the trade. Illini hold for now.
Yeah, and this is just such a heavily contested hill right in the Barber. Shufi trying to find another opening, gets a few tags, decides to back up, readjust his position, and now going from the backside. Here comes the pinch, and another big 20 seconds of crucial scrap time for the side of Illinois, as XC knows he has to win this 1v1, but Elite, he doubles them up, and that was phenomenal. That is going to be the clean feed, as you have one player, number 6, trying to come in and reinforce the front of the hill, but so far, the side of Akron, they are ready to go for this P5.
So here we go, the battle of courtyard ensues. Right now, it's Illinois with the gunfights. Mata inside the point, but Shufi from mid, able to cut down that player in top 10, so there's a break for Illinois. Elite tries to work his way in, he's got support with him. Now the player's cutting in from mid as well. Tommy wins 1 gunfight, unable to win the second for now. Aiden working his way inside the hard point. 105-87, Illinois leads. 30 seconds left on this point. Tommy tries to get the shutdown on the Huntley. Haven't called his name much so far in this game, but Akron still fighting for this old time. 20 seconds left, 1 more player to deal with, Mata, as he's just trying to stay alive on Old. It's going to be a 1v1 here to try to get the scrap time. Valuable time, but Mata shuts him down. Elite, Aiden falls too. Kaiser able to trade 1 back out here on top Cabana. But here we go now, Illinois slowly building that lead as we head into P6.
Yeah, this is a big P6 as well. If they get that early break, they still have a tiny bit of presence, but unfortunately that one player does get shut down. Kaiser, he pushes out that front line, and then as well finds a second. Tommy gonna be the tip of the spear here. They're trying to develop this pinch, as Shufi ends up getting 1, so this is the opportunity again for the University of Illinois to be able to break on into this hill, and there the trades come through, the break is in, and that was exactly what you wanted, but just the reinforcements. That's Aiden only finding his 6th kill of the map. Can he stay alive here in this P6? And the Cantina, this is some massive time where you're usually able to lock it down for at least 45-50 seconds.
Yeah, and you saw how even that look was right there. 2 players from either side, close to the point, and the rest of them spawning up. Akron able to win the battles though, so they will take the lead and will be able to get the remainder of the scrap time. Shufi just going to play this cut. He's going to wait for player number 6, Aiden, get out of the point. You see Kaiser already anchoring the back. You got a player in Elite pushed up mid. So Akron set up for new already. They don't know this player's back alley. There comes the info now. Shufi challenges 1, gets the second 2. Big kill, has 1 more player to deal with. Elite trying to towel him out. He will win that gunfight, so Akron able to stay on the point for now. You see a battle with Huntley. Tommy trying to re-pinch his back alley side. Huntley can't get the kill. Mata jumps on in with the AR. Elite trades going back and forth. Akron leads by 30. Looking for the rest of this P7 as Mata falls and Akron regain control.
Yeah, and that was huge. I want to point out Aiden, all he was doing, his job was to cut off the reinforcements from IE, but now it's Elite starting to lead the charge. 7 in a row. The man just is not missing any shots today. You can feel it going on 8. 22 and 12. If this is the way that Akron is going to be playing the rest of the weekend, I mean, you're going to have to be thinking they might come out with the top seed.
Yeah, I mean, Akron finally starting to take a little bit of control of this game as Elite. 20 and 8 since his 2 and 5 start. Great job from him here in this second half of that first rotation as Exy looking for any kills back marking. That's a big kill there from Huntley, so he can start to work his way around to P2. Gonna have a one-on-one here shortly with Shufi over top. Tags him up and unable to get that kill. Here comes the reinforcements from Akron. That's going to be Aiden jumping on in and picking up that kill, so Akron wins spawns. Tommy wins that gunfight, so they're able to get them off the point for now. Illinois' got to be a little bit happy to keep this white for the time being, but as I say that, it's going to be Elite jumping on the point. Gets another kill, too. 24 and 14 from him. Looking for that second, unable to get it done, but however, they do have new spawns, and with 17 seconds left, Illinois in a bit of trouble.
And I like how you pointed out earlier, we haven't said Huntley's name too often, but when he finds a kill, it is so massive because it's always on the rotation, sitting there in the new hill, roughly 20 to 25 seconds out, no matter what. But finally, this is the opportunity. They've gotten a few breaks here in that first set, and they need to find a massive one, or it's going to be a shutdown. An unfortunate team kill is not the way that you want to open it, but Elite, this guy is hitting every single shot with the Vaznev, has the help, and that is a clean 4-member down. Akron looking to close this one out here.
Yep, so close now, only 20 points away. Shufi trying to do it all himself as the team dies around him. 2:35, 15 left to go. Elite has gone absolutely mental here in the second rotation. It might only take an extra 2 hills for Akron to close this out. Shufi up top, gonna get cut down by Kaiser. Zips still in control and 1 second left. That'll do it. A very tight first half of that game. Ends up being all Akron for the final 4 hard points, it felt like. And man, they just look like a completely different team.
Yeah, they were just winning every gunfight that you needed to. It felt like they kind of were off to a slow start, but once Elite and Kaiser started frying, it was simply all over for the side of IE. But you just look at that stat line: Kaiser 27-16, Elite 29-16, both at least having above 30 seconds in the hill time. So these players, they can simply do it all.
Yeah, I mean, you see 27 and 11 from the side of Elite in that back half of that game. That was just a complete turnaround from the first couple hard points there, and he led the way for Akron, and they were able to, I mean, show why they're currently ranked a better team than Illinois. They did everything right basically in the final 4 or 5 points that we had mentioned, and Akron just looked like honestly just a better team right now.
Yeah, and simply it was kind of just due down to the rotations. And on a map like Mercado, it's so traditional where if you rotate and you win those gunfights, you're able to get a majority of that time. Yes, it's contested for some of those hills, 10, 15 seconds, but it was simply just fully locked down from those ARs. I don't think Huntley got enough credit on those rotations, but he was allowing his teammates in Kaiser and Elite just to roam free across that entire map. And i.e. a little bit more to be desired. They were getting a few opening breaks, but once they did, they really weren't able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it really seemed like they got put in a bit of a blender. Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like it was a lot of solo chows one after one, and Illinois just unable to win the gunfights. And obviously, if you're not going to play tradable against a team like Akron, it's going to cost you, and obviously it did there. But with Game 1 being wrapped up, Akron take a 1-0 series lead. And looking at this map 2, Embassy, now, this is an Akron pick, and Illini just lost their first map pick. So Akron probably favored again in this one. They're looking to close out the series, but any pointers here on Embassy? If you're the side of Illini, obviously the defensive side, the favorite side on Embassy, do they have to change up? Do they have to be a little bit weird here in this map number 2?
I think you're going to have to play simply like how the Atlanta FaZe does. You have to play for picks. Make sure you find that opening, because I have a feeling Elite, he's going to be a player that's not necessarily impatient, but he's always going to try to find those opening routes, try to find those flanks. But the biggest thing is get the bomb down. If you take control of the site, don't hesitate, because I think when teams tend to do that or wait till the last 20 seconds, it allows that other team to get all that information like, hey, they haven't gotten the bomb down. We can peek it and probably get them off. And from there, it simply usually falls apart in that sense. So get the bomb down as quickly as you can.
Yeah, I mean, Embassy. It'll be interesting to see if we see the boomsticks get pulled out here. I
Yeah.
know Illinois. They kind of like to do it a little bit. I believe Xe is their normal sniper, at least in past Call of Duties. I'm not sure about this one, to be fair, but the sniper battles either sitting Xbox watching the crossover to B bomb, or even the battles towards tennis court. That could definitely very much influence the game in whoever's favor. I mean, whoever's winning those battles definitely, will be the deciding factor. You got to think.
Yeah, and I think teams also have to realize when to use their utilities, have those team nades on point, because you see a lot of times where when they aren't, they will just kind of like have one at a time, but you want to be able just to get that double name and have that opportunity to find that opening pick and capitalize on those first bloods. And then when you get that bomb down, make sure somebody just has a tactical, something to be able to get a bomb check. If they don't have that information, they toss it over something. It's going to mean all the difference if you have that utility in the pocket or be able to open up with that first blood.
Okay, so we're just getting some confirmations here. Huntley is actually going to be Feeves. So I was curious if there was a substitute playing or whatnot, but Feeves will be playing on Huntley's account, so it'll be the regular Akron roster. So full team for the side of Zips Esports, taking map number 1 once again. And as we get set to go for map 2, I mean, Embassy, you're either really good, I feel like, or just really bad. And I feel like we're going to see some true colors on one of these teams. And if we do go the distance here in map 3, we talk about momentum a lot, especially in amateur COD and even collegiate COD. If Illini are able to pull this one out heading into that map 3, who do you think would have the edge?
Just going into a control in the matter of slay power, yeah, like you said, it's a momentum base, but I think when you have those superstars like Kaiser, it's just going to make it so much more difficult to find those opening kills, and especially getting those doubles when every single time there's a submachine gun, it was Xe who was just absolutely frying for Exile.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you talked about the aggression of Elite, and you got the Kaiser on the AR. Um, I mean, yeah, a flex you can call him, but Elite, being the aggressor that he is, and we obviously saw that on Mercado, he could be an absolute game breaker for the side of Akron. I mean, it's so hard to find routes in this without getting cut down by an AR. Obviously, those power positions, top AC, top bridge, top gas, basically cover the entire map. So that as long as he would have an AR looking over him, you got to think that Elite can really, hit some dangerous routes and be a real pain in the side of Illinois.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. He's just one of those players, like we said, who's going to maybe try to find some of those routes. I'm not sure if he's going to be the solo man. Like you said, they're going to probably have an AR watching on over him. But on the other side, you're looking at Tommy, kind of that newcomer on the block. And Search and Destroy is one of those modes where your communication has to be on point. And when you do have that new player, there's going to be some growing pains. You're not going to be able to give the proper callouts or necessarily at the right time, but it's an information game. If you're able to find those openings, it's going to make all the difference.
100%. And yeah, you talk about the nerves a little bit. You know, I'm not going to assume anything, but I would guess this would be his first LAN, and obviously his first LAN with this University of Illinois squad. Tommy, honestly, he did not look nervous or anything like that in map number 1. Obviously, lost some gunfights, but that's going to happen when your team isn't really giving you the full support that is needed against a good team like Akron. But Tommy looked good, and Mata again. I do apologize. I did think Phoenix was playing, but it's actually going to be Mata, who Mata has been around, I believe, for 2 years as well in this program. So a veteran squad for Illinois. They've always been a consistent team, always around the 15 to 30 mark, and with that newcomer, and obviously, I mean, you lose someone like Ghosty, it's so hard to really maintain the elite level that they were playing at, especially in Cold War. They were one of the best teams in the league, a consistent top 10 team. But Illinois, they need this map, and if they want their best chance at getting out of Pool D, they're going to have to take this series. So, very, very important series, and obviously a tough one to start the day for both squads.
Yeah, not to mention being so equally close. Yeah, that you said the 21 and 26 seed, these teams just slightly a little bit higher. But if you're looking at somebody to step it up, I think you have to look at your IGL, Shufi, or your captain. If you just have to be able to calm yourself, have that mental fortitude, and say, hey guys, we had a bad map 1. Let's rebound here on the map 2 and make sure we at least have that opportunity to challenge them and say, hey, we're here to stay and you're going to be seeing us the rest of this tournament.
100% right. Well, we are having a little bit of issues with some player accounts. So as we get that fixed up and ready to go for map number 2, we are going to throw to a quick little break. Akron currently up 1-0 over the University of Illinois. Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry, having a little player issues out there, but giving you a recap of what has happened so far. Akron taking on the University of Illinois in this first series for Pool D, winning that map 1, Mercado 250 to 158. About to load on into this Embassy Search and Destroy. And right now, Zarin, who are you expecting to take this map to? Do you think Akron's got this one in the bag?
Akron's got all the momentum right now. They had such a good second half of map 1. It's hard to bet against them right now as we kick things off here in game number 2 as we see a quick little B executed from Akron. Elite gets tagged up heavily but somehow still gets away with his life. And this bomb's going to be going down. You see player number 6 in a very interesting position. Just going to be a little bit patient. Illinois set up, but there is Thieves watching the flank, takes down Mata. Down goes Exy, down goes Shufi, and Akron with the cleanest of clean offensive rounds you'll see.
And blink and you miss it because that was executed to perfection. They had the flanks. They still won all the gunfights up front. And no way Elite just did that. Maybe had a little help from a friend, but my goodness, this guy still, even just taking a short 5-minute break, has not slowed down here in the map 2.
Nope, not at all. It definitely does not seem to matter at this point in the game. Elite starting off well. Again, carrying that right through into game 2. We'll see how Illinois answers. It does look like it's going to be an A-hit, and you see Akron actually sending 2 over towards the Xbox side, but Illinois playing so nervous, so scared, waiting for any sort of initial pinch, but that information on the other side is going to be gained. However, Elite getting too aggressive. You see Exy able to cut through Xbox. Oh, Kaiser just misses that shot. That's going to allow Illinois to move up. He misses a second shot, so he's just going to have to back up, give up the A bomb sub. You see that number 8 playing fast. Oh, Kaiser shuts down Exy somehow, and we're back to a 3v3.
And I think that was Thieves who was watching over him potentially and at least got a few hit markers into him to allow him to win that 1v1. But now you're in a 2v3 gunfight in this retake. Shufi, he's waiting for somebody to push around the backside, but that doesn't seem to be the case as of yet. And there, Shufi will actually find one onto Huntley. And now Kaiser, you're left in the 1v3. What do you have left in the tank? Picks up the submachine gun and maybe tries to get that reload onto the Sparrow and will actually hit it. Almost goes and finds the second, but just simply not enough time or numbers left on that clock.
Well, there you go. I mean, 2 offenses won so far in map 2. Nice execution by Illini. Take control of mid as they work their way through parking. Akron just didn't have an answer. I mean, you got to think if Kaiser gets one of those snipes early on in back vans, that round changes just a little bit. But nevertheless, Illinois able to grab their first round on the board. Back on the defensive side, you got to think they want to take this one.
Yeah, and I think just go to that B site again. You bullied them out so well in that first attacking round, and that's exactly what's going to happen is 3 members, they slide across, and Kaiser still has that sniper out. Aiden gets one onto Exy, so another first blood for the side of Akron. But nobody's watching the middle of the map, and that's going to be number 5, Mata. Working their way through, maybe getting a freebie, but Kaiser still gets another. Is Kaiser going to get the 3rd of the round? Yes, he will. My goodness. This man, we were saying, who's missing a few shots in that defense, not on the offense at all.
Wow, Kaiser with that sniper, yep. Makes up for those 2 missed shots in that last round, like you mentioned. Good couple bing bang booms as Akron's going to go up 2-1. going back on defense. Well, that's going to be 3 straight offenses here to start this embassy. Something you don't see very often, as we see Mata still without a kill, but definitely not out of this game as we head into round number 4. It's going to be back to a B execute first of the game for Illinois. We'll see how Akron decide to answer.
Yeah, and it looks like they put a lot of middle of the map pressure, and nobody was watching it for the side of you or IU. But no, they do get the bomb down, so it's going to be a 3v3. And number 5, he's going to tuck himself all the way in that back corner. Same with number 6 on the opposite side of the map. And the first gunfight's most likely going to be Thieves going up against Exy. As it's Kaiser pulls out the sniper, gets that information. There's a player in the bottom corner as well. 22 seconds, pulls out the pistol. The trades are there, but Shufi, all he has to do is play time.
Yeah, 1v2 now. Bomb is going to get planted. 12 seconds left. Shufi's going to peek out. Gets a sniper! He gets both! Right up bomb. They don't account for him back planers, and Shufi with the sniper in hand, able to get both. We got to see this kill cam. There's one. Oh. There's the second off bomb. Great 2 shots. Wow. That's how you answer. That's how you answer Kaiser right there. Illinois tie it right back up at 2 apiece.
My goodness, and I think Thieves held that angle. If he held it for maybe a second or 2, he probably would have found that kill. But that was just a great play from Shufi to clutch up in that opportune moment. But once again, it's going to be the side of Akron that's going to that B site. And once again, they're just going to probably get this bomb down so relatively quick. And they're just going to play, it looks like, for a straight 4v4. Exy wants to get aggressive, but you know who's going to be watching it. It's going to be Elite as he's laying down like a little snake in the grass.
Yeah, that orange door open. It does look like a little bit of information was trying to be played there from Akron. Bomb is going to go down, so 4v4. 45 seconds left now for Illinois to try and get back off this bomb. Mata able to get up 1, but Kaiser, back planer, is able to get the snipe. No pinch coming in just yet. You see player number 7 finally working his way around. We'll get double peek, grabs 1. Looking for that second player. Thieves tags him up heavily. Gets the second kill too. Leaves Elite alone in a 1v3. Now down to a 1v2. 20 seconds left for Illinois to try to find this player. Elite gets 1 back. 1v1. Elite looking for this bomb player. Doesn't quite see him. Shufi on the opposite side of the map. Just going to run out of time. And that's going to be a 1v3 for Elite to close out this round. Akron going to take the lead. Great job from Elite there.
Yeah, I was kind of confused what Shufi was doing. He was so far away from the bomb with about 20-25 seconds left, maybe thinking that Elite was going to wrap all the way back, but he just simply did not have enough time. Even if he did, he would have had to hop on the bomb literally at 7.5 seconds, so he decides to play his life there at the end. But Akron, like you said, Elite going massive, winning that 1v3, 6-1. Kaiser 6-3. Like you said, it's just this superstar potential from this squad that can really elevate them to the next level.
100%, and now they find themselves in the lead. However, Kaiser going down first. Elite able to grab 1 back though, so now to a 3v3. See that 1 player in bathroom. It's going to be a game. Both saw each other. Elite tries to get some shots in. Nothing going to connect. Mata posts up on Xbox. Gets the player on the cross. So now Illinois have an open sight. But that's actually going to be Thieves on the other side going to take down Mata. So now we're down to a 2v2 in just under a minute for Illinois to try to pick up bomb and work in A. Shufi up top with a sniper and shuts down Thieves. Now a 1v2 for Aiden. 2 and 3 has been quiet in this game so far. Spots out 1. Information gained, though, on the side of Illinois. Aiden in a bit of trouble here. Will they decide to challenge him out or just work A? They will challenge. Shufi get some shots in. Will be Tommy over top, taking him down. And now we're back to even. 3v3 heading into the most important round of Search and Destroy. Round number 7.
And that was just a great bait and switch there. They got that stun. Aiden maybe could have backed on up and decided to take that chow in the 1v2. But my goodness, Shufi is showing why this guy has the boomstick out. That was almost a quick scope from that player who was watching over that A site. Shufi 5-2. And then on the other side, Tommy, when he finds those kills, they're getting untraded. And so far, the University of Illinois, they're actually winning the first bloods 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, strat here on the defensive side. Mata tries to get aggressive, but Kaiser does too. Instead of sitting back planners, he pushes up onto sign and now he's just going to back on up. You see Tommy already there, able to trade one back out. XC slides in, gets one, can't get the second, but now a 2v2. Bomb does go down. Akron not in their ideal setup, and you see two players from Illinois trying to work this back planer side. Peeves going to spot out one. Tommy does as well. Goofy from the backside, gets tagged up, gets finished off. Tommy trades it back out. Now a 1v1. 25 seconds left to go. Aiden's hitting bottom orange. These two players so close to each other. The Chow's going to come in soon. Aiden look at the cross and picks up the kill. Nice clutch from Akron. They'll regain the lead and go up 4-3 with just 2 rounds away from finishing off this series.
Yeah, and Aiden gets a great job at redeeming himself in another clutch situation. This time it wasn't a 1v2, it was a 1v1. Just held the angle. And also, I like the play that the side of Illinois did. They isolated that one player in the back. Yeah, they ended up losing one, but the trade immediately came through, so they were playing their numbers correctly. Unfortunately, just the positioning from Aiden was too clean. And a 4-3 advantage for the side of Akron, as now they're going to maybe try to rotate this one all the way, or at least try to hold on to that B site, as it looks like the side of Illinois, once again, favoring that A-bomb.
Yeah, Illinois playing heavy mid. I do like these offenses from them. They do gain a lot of map control. However, Exy does fall on the spot. Aiden trying to get away with his life, but can't quite. Mata playing close, tags it up one. Just trying to stay alive for his team to help out, but that's actually going to be number 4. Kaiser getting away with his life barely. And now a 3v3 with 50 seconds left. There's Tommy working the middle of the map. He's been such a little deviant, a little thorn in the side of Akron all map long, trying to find their way back to tying this game up. Bomb is going to be planted. They do have numbers.
Yeah, it's going to come up to this first gunfight, and Shufi ends up going down. They have that information, but I like this change in the line site. Elite, he just lays down, tries to get that drop shot. And oh my goodness, is he going to try to hop this? This is a great play. This is a great play, Elite. He's going to be able to get this defuse. The sniper overlord from Kaiser. And a 200 IQ play coming on in from Elite and Akron, as they will take the 5-3 lead. Great stuff coming out of them.
Yeah, you said it. The play call to just hop that box, you gotta think Kaiser was the one to shout it out. As the information gained, both those players sitting back alley, just not enough time, and with obviously Kaiser watching over with that sniper, there's no way to get the bomb without that info. Greatly done there from Akron, and after going back and forth all game long, Akron finally finds their second round in a row and now find themselves on match point.
And the biggest thing with is everybody's pulling their weight, right? Nobody's falling too far behind. Same with the side of Illinois. It's just they're positioning and getting killed without finding those trades. Oh no, Tommy will go down to Aiden, but the sniper battle is won on the other side of the map. As Shufi will find at least the one onto Kaiser, and you're looking to maybe get this bomb down and close it out, but Shufi again is still finding these snipes. And I know I was talking a little bit about Kaiser, how he's lackluster in the search and destroy. He did end up falling, but he's been great so far. But you're going to have to deal without him if you're Akron. And this 2v2, oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, Elite, the disrespect.
Oh my god, the execution comes in, but Mata able to trade him out. So now we're back to 1v1. Series on the line for Illinois, as Thieves will be going up against Mata, the 2 veterans of the CCL. 28 seconds left, bomb is down, but that's going to be a bomb pickup now for Thieves. And you see Mata just playing this one slowly. He will work his way back into orange. Will he be able to take this player off a bomb? He's actually going to go top. Spots him out and takes him down, so perhaps a little bit premature there for Elite with the execution, but nonetheless, it's going to be Illinois taking this round, and we're going to a round number 10.
Yeah, that was, Elite just trying to show off a little bit there. Yeah, like you said, premature in that gunfight, because Mata almost lost it anyways when he was getting that trade. But still, you gotta be in the back of your mind, be like, man, why did you do that? Even though it is pool play, these games mean a lot. And so now, the side of Illinois only 2 rounds away to being able to clutch up here in the search and destroy. And I like how you pointed out, you either know how to play it or you don't. It's a blowout or it's going to be a close series like this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we're getting. And, you know, you look back at the first half of the Hardpoint, we saw how evenly, you know, these teams are matched up. Akron was able to get the better of Illinois, obviously, but as we get later and later into this search, you see how even they are, especially in this game mode, and such a critical game mode if you do want to win series and championships. You see Xe flying all the way from top PD onto the B bomb site. Going to be a 4v4 plant once again. It's going to be about 45 seconds left for Akron to try to retake this bomb site.
Ooh, and a little overzealous challenge coming on in there from Thieves as he tried to take a long-range gunfight with that Vazna, being slightly nerfed. Is he going to check the correct angle? Oh, actually gets out. So that's big to stay alive in that situation. But Tommy, he's watching the backside, and you need to find these kills quick. The side of Akron, they will find that first one. But Tommy, he's going to pull this play. I don't think anybody's going to be able to take him down. They don't get the reads. He at least gets one, gets two, and that should be able to secure it as Shufi. He finds one with the pistol, checks the bomb. Wow. It's easy. Round 11 coming up.
Oh my goodness. Illinois finding their way back into this game, being down 5-3. We're going to a round 11. Could be the end of the series, or we could be seeing a game 3 here at Game Arena Columbus to start off Pool D. And wow, I just didn't really like the post setup too much from Illinois. They obviously had the ideal setup, one top PD, one sitting planters, but Xe gets caught out in the open and gets first blooded. So not really the cleanest of offensive rounds, but nevertheless, they get the job done. And here we go into round 11.
And Tommy, just finding that two-piece was massive because they were down in that 2v3 and then get it into the 1v2 as, oh, Elite will find that first. He has been absolutely stellar this entire series, but this is what you live for in these series, is who has the ice in the search and destroy. Kaiser, the sniper battle, and Shufi. Oh, he misses another one, but he can feel the pressure coming on in from the right side.
Yep, the nades stuns going out. Nothing going to connect except for that stun. Tommy rather, able to even him back out. Elite getting a little bit too aggressive there in bottom PD. And you see how nervous both of these teams are, not moving whatsoever. And a decision has to be made now from Illinois. Are they going to try to wrap out? Yes, they will. However, that's going to be Mata getting spotted out on the cross. So now that's information all for Thieves to try to stop this push over towards the B bomb site. They're just going to regroup and wait for each other. But that's Tommy again, able to get one back. And now we're back to a 2v2. 20 seconds left to go. Bomb's going to be planted.
I'm not sure if Kaiser ended up picking a weapon, a secondary. No, he's just going to have to deal with the pistol as he does get stun checked. In this 2v2 retake, you have to find this opening kill. It's going to mean everything here. But Mata has been playing this so slow, has that information. There's a player up top. Nobody's been able to find anything, but Shufi wins the fight again. And now you're going to have to clear this player out. If you are Aiden, you have to fly. You have to go and hunt this person down because he knows that all he has to do is just check the bomb. But 12 seconds left, and it's going to be the side of Illinois that win 3 rounds back to back to back to tie up the series.
Unbelievable. Illinois find a way to rip off 3 rounds in a row and take down Akron. That was, wow. That execution not looking so nice right now for Elite. And, wow. Illinois making a series of it, and we're going to a game 3. Xe died every single round, and they found a way to win that game. So Illinois getting the job done there. Map number 2, round 11 win. They clutch up. And we'll be going to a map number 3, Graph. What happened to Akron?
I mean, simply, I think they were getting a little bit too overconfident in some of their gunfights. They were maybe egoing out and trying to double chow, but the setups, simply when the bomb got down from Illinois, were too clean. And nobody tried to go after the sniper, or at least the player that was sitting on topside embassy. He literally sat there scot-free for essentially the first 30 seconds after that bomb had gone down. Nobody tried to challenge out there. And I think that was their biggest Achilles heel right there.
100%, yeah. It really seemed like they were trying to do too much in specific moments. Obviously, Elite loved the aggression up towards mid, but just did not have the support needed a lot of the time, and ended up costing them there in the later parts of rounds. And Akron couldn't close it out. Obviously, they wanted to close out the series there, but not going to be the case as Illinois taking a 6-5, a round 11 win. And as we go into map number 3 is going to be Asilo. And now, as the game has gone on, Modern Warfare 2, we've seen offensive rounds more. I guess that they've been won more as we've played out this game over the last several months. You got to think one offensive round is usually the dagger into some of these teams. Pardon my non-English there, but you got to think these offensive rounds are so key. And with Akron, you know, the slaying power of those SMGs, Elite and company, I mean, you got to think they're favored once again, but again, you just never know.
And that biggest thing was Shufi in that search and destroy. He made so many key sniper battles on Kaiser, got the bomb diffuser. He was finding all those opportune kills. But when it comes to slay power, he's going to have to pull out an AR again. You won't have that sniper. You won't have those 1v1s as easily as you would like. And so when it comes to those AR battles, I'm still favoring the side of Akron because they are just so slay heavy, like you said. And as this game has progressed over the past few months, offenses have become more and more frequent. I like how you pointed that one out. So I think maybe if Illinois is able to steal potentially an offense around a way, they might be able to take the series.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, all you need is one. And if Illinois can pull that off, they could pull off the best of 3 reverse sweep. And obviously, reverse sweep, you're down 1-0. But still, being on the brink for the final 2 maps and coming back and winning, very impressive if they can pull it off. Akron got to be a little bit upset after that map, too. They kind of threw a couple rounds away, but nevertheless, you got to expect them to bounce back. You know they're capable, and you got to think they can close it out here, and obviously it will really help their chances of securing their spot into the top 8 and into Sunday. And we're getting loaded up and ready to go here in game number 3. Game Arena Columbus Pool D play underway. We got one more map to go.
Zarin, I got a question for you. Do you think the execution is worse than body shots? Because that might be sitting in the minds, as unfortunately we will have a little bit of a disconnect from one of the squads, so we will get a reset. We get to talk about these two teams kind of going at it neck and neck. If there's one player, though, from Illinois that needs to step up in a big way, it's got to be Exy. You pointed out he went 3-11 in that search, died every single round, and that submachine gun pressure hasn't been there from that squad. And if they want to be able to win this one, they have to be able to maneuver through the middle of the map, and Exy has to be a crucial part of that.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And Exy being, I believe, the longest tenured player on this Illinois team. I remember back in Modern Warfare, the CCL, he went from Illinois Blue, technically their B team, I suppose, and making his way onto the main team the following year. This is a guy who's been around a while. I've known him for several years. Very confident player, very proud of his team and program as a whole. So he is the absolute spirit of this team. Him and Shufi, pretty well even in that category. And you know, Exy, always been a sub as long as I remember, and always been just a consistent player. So to see him kind of struggle a bit in that search, not very common at all. But regardless, heading into map number 3, you know how important bottom mid is here on Asilo. Like you said, Exy is the key factor for this team, and if he doesn't show up once again, they're gonna have a hard time taking down Akron.
Yeah, and it's just having that ability, like I said before, going through the middle of the map, having the easy transition, right? Don't have to fight your way through anybody, just kind of ratting in the corners through that cabin or the bar area. So you really need him to step on up coming into this next map. But when you're getting onto that A site, you want to have that top antenna control, especially with one of your ARs. At least it just forces the eyes to have to look up there and allows your teammates to kind of get pushed forward. And if you're on defense, do not get 3 or 4 man wiped on that B site, or else you're going to be spawning all the way in that Narnia side of the map.
Yeah, for sure. It's so hard to get out of that spot. I mean, from either side, really. You get an AR pushed up, and you just mow them down as they cross your screen. It's hard to avoid. You know, you get 3-4 down. It is extremely hard to avoid, but I don't know. I got a question for you now. Do you think A is more critical to get first, or is B the more critical site on the offensive side?
Oh, that's a tough question, because it really is who has the setup. Whatever is given to you, you have to take it. But I've seen a lot of teams, it's a lot more difficult, I think, to take over that B site. So I think you want to be able to prioritize that, because if you find that usually the one player who kind of lurks there in the beginning of the game, if you find those opening kills, you just want to be able to go through the middle of the map and immediately hop on in and get all 3 of those 6 done with early. But it is Illinois with 3 members down, so a great start on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about B. Akron tried the opposite and were just absolutely mowed down. Exy with a 3-piece. Hello. Welcome back to the series. 5-0 start from him. Already working on those streaks. Just needs one more. Busts him up top. Tags him up. Can't finish the kill though. Will get that one, so he will get that cruise missile already. And we're just 20 seconds into this game. 30 seconds into this game. Akron make their way onto the B site. This can be used right away if they choose, but it won't matter. Mata able to get 2 right off of B. Not able to get that tick yet, but Thieves trying to work his way back up to the B site. Grabs 1, will be able to complete that tick finally. And Illinois looking to answer back.
Yeah, and all that hard work that Xe did, he already earned the glide bomb basically in that 30 seconds, the start of this round, but there's so much aggression coming on it. They do end up finding a few kills, and that's going to be 3 members down. Mata, unfortunately, a little too cracked, tags up his teammate, but it doesn't matter. Shufi is there, and now you're 25 seconds left on the clock, and you have only gotten 2 ticks of progression here. If you're Akron, and they are covering every single angle, I love the way the defense has been set up from Illinois.
Yeah, they've done so well so far, and you see even 2 players pushed up in checkers and bottom pool. Gonna be critical. Xe able to get 1. Can he play his life? Gonna get shot from the side, looking for that second player. Not gonna happen, so 2 fall. Akron jump onto A. This is where they need to capture this A point right now. 3 players on it. Mata challenges in, able to get 1. Shufi tagged up 1. Stop shooting, unfortunately. Aiden cleans up the kill, but there's Xe with the 2-piece and clears off of A. 3.8 seconds left to go. And you see, back to B we go. Akron, 1 player on. It's going to be a 1v1 toward the point. We're waiting for Elite to catch up. Aiden wins that gunfight. However, it's going to be Shufi hopping on the B point, and it will be a B capture for Akron, so they hang on for now. They do find themselves down 4 lives, but only 1 tick needed over onto A.
Oh, and that was such a massive gunfight. I'm not sure who it was who wins it on that backside alley. If they don't win that, I think they don't end up getting that cap and lose the round, but you extend it by a minute, and the trades are going back and forth, but you only need 1 tick. It's Shufi again. Doesn't have the sniper, but has the tack and is finding the kills, as it's going to be a 6v11. You have to play and for picks right now. If you are the side of Akron, they find the first, they get the second, and this is going to be the stack. I just don't think you're going to have the numbers. Tommy, you're going to have to go massive. Can you delay it enough? It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, and this is a comeback round from Akron, even in the dying seconds.
Wow, that was, I mean, it's hard to even call that a breakdown. Akron got the wipe they needed. Aiden went so huge down there in bottom checkers. Able to stay alive, pops a 2-piece and allows his teammates to catch up. And again, that was all Akron right there. Illinois just lost a couple key gunfights, and Akron able to get that all-important offensive round. Now they face the defensive side. Illinois, with their backs against the wall, it does look like we have another player dropping out, unfortunately. So we will probably be resetting from 1-0 with Akron going back on the defensive side. But Illinois, they had an opportunity. They had a chance to take that that first round, but just unfortunately falling apart. And as we take a look at the other pools, if you missed the action earlier on, St. Clair Saints moving on to Sunday with a 3-0 record out of Pool A. Western winning that key match against Baldwin Wallace to advance to Sunday as well. So 2 Canadian schools, you love to see that as a Canadian myself, making it to Sunday. And on the other side of Pool B, we got Newberry finishing 2-1, and SIUE, who fell to Ohio University early in the tournament. A very, very big upset. Ohio taking down SIUE. They were able to claw their way back, SIUE, with a win over Baldwin Wallace, and eventually Newberry in a do-or-die match to secure their spot into Sunday. So Newberry will be moving on to Sunday along with SIUE as well. So Some great matches early on, some big upsets already in this tournament, and we still have all of Pool C and all of Pool D to be played.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what you want to see, just the competitiveness coming on through. And probably for a lot of these players is going to be, their first or second time on LAN. So like you said, it's maybe getting those jitters out, but a big upset, like you said, in that Pool B, but now Pool D and Pool C, it's going to be interesting to who can really show out here. And I know we were talking about the Saints early. They are looking like the heavy hitters coming on into Sunday. But again, let's go back to the series at hand. 1-0 up, a big, like you said, it wasn't necessarily a collapse because they got those clean set of kills. Unfortunately, just all of them fell at the wrong time. And they were able to get that stack in for the final tick.
Yeah, you just worry a little bit if you're a part of the Illinois CoD team, or even even as a fan, rather. It's hard to be disappointed in that. Obviously, it's a little bit heartbreaking, but it's hard to be upset. You just got wiped. You just lost a couple gunfights, and honestly, it's not the end of the world for Illinois. If Akron can do it, Illinois can do it right back. With how this series has been so far, you got to think Illinois will have a chance going on the offensive side for the first time on Asilo. Curious to see if they try the Akron method, hitting A first, or if they'll just try to utilize their ARs as best as they can towards soccer field and try to execute B off the rip. That remains to be seen, but Illinois down, but by no means are they out.
No, absolutely not. And we were talking about that player, Exy. He needed to turn up. Guess what? He goes on a 6 spree, and I'm not sure if they're going to give him back that glide bomb. So that's going to be so unfortunate if he's not able to use it. And that means everything, too, especially in such a close series like this. That's probably something that they are discussing here going on in to this round 2, maybe just allowing him to earn that glide bomb and then hopping on in to that next one. But if you were Akron, that wasn't the cleanest of offenses. Yeah, you win it by the skin of your teeth, but it was just literally these 1v1 gunfights that really turned the tide in that map 3.
You're 100% right. And again, Aiden was the game changer. He worked bottom A. He worked their bottom lockers. He was in there for at least 30 to 45 seconds. He was just... all he had to do was stay alive, and that's exactly what he did. The kills were just a bonus. Akron started to flood up towards the hillside and just gained complete control, and it was basically just a bunch of 3v1s on hill from that point, so they were able to stack on and get the clean cap. Well, we are back and just about set to go again for map number 3 here in this already very tight series. Illinois just coming off of a round 11 win to force that game number 3, of course, taking on the likes of Akron Zips, who took map 1 and find themselves up 1-0 here in the control graph. Now, back on the defensive side, you got to think Akron has the favorite side, obviously being the defensive side. But what are Illinois' chances of taking this offensive round right back from them?
I still think they will get at least a tick or at least a point, A or B, either or. But so far, it's going to be difficult, I think, for them to get that AR type of presence. That's what they've been lacking in this series. Exy, he turned it up in that first round, so you need to see him go massive. And oh my God, Kaiser 100% did not get the first bullets on him, but he wins the gunfight nonetheless. Elite already off to the races. Will find another kill on to Tommy. Wow. But look at the aggression coming on in from Akron. They are giving no breathing room right now to Illinois.
Yeah, don't pay attention too much to the stat lines. Obviously, Exy started off hot in that round 1. He did have a game reset, so we just had to do that to get his streaks back for the second round. Nevertheless, good start from Akron. Only 2 lives down so far in this round, and a good start for them as Kaiser pulling out the sub actually for now. So him and Elite gonna work right around the pool and checkers area as Shufi and Co gonna work their way onto the B point. A bit of a... wow, oh my God, sorry. Right in the middle of my sentence, just an absolute obliteration of Kaiser as Shufi turns on him with that AR in hand. Gonna work his way back over towards the A side now. Illinois gets 1 tick, gonna be able to get that second. Leeds grab 1, can't get the second. Mata looking for that second, he does. And that's gonna be an A capture now for Illinois. 1 minute and 35 seconds to work with as they work over towards B.
Oh, I couldn't believe Maddox won that gunfight because he was dead to rights, but still gets the kill. And now, if you're Illinois, they're going to probably try to slow it down, just play for map positioning, and then find those opportune moments to strike. And Shufi, he should be able to find this kill on to Phoebes, but look at number one. It's Kaiser. He wins that kill in the backside. And now you just have players that are so split and spread across the map if you are the side of Akron, and they're going to play this as wide as they can. Try to cut off some of those reinforcements. It's going to be Aiden, but now they know the push is going to most likely be coming on in from the field side. As Tommy does find one, should be a freebie on to Aiden, or at least will be elite to finish up the kill. And now you're looking at number 7, Xe, to find another one, but the trades, they have been clean so far for Akron.
Yeah, great job from Tommy to stay alive, but just not enough as Illinois couldn't advance the map at all towards soccer field. So now they're going to elect to work through bottom mid and through the A site, obviously already captured. They do find themselves down 7 lives, only 30 seconds left to go. It's going to take one more clean wipe for Akron to close out this defensive round and try to take a 2-0 series lead. Aiden grabs one. There's the life advantage. Kaiser gets one back. It's all up to Tommy towards the point. Trying to pick up one. He does. Shufi gets one back. That opens up soccer field. But here comes the repinch. Elite takes up one. Only able to get one, though. As Shufi tags him up. Can't finish off the kill, but they're on the B point. One tick. Almost gone. There it goes. Shufi for looking for this player. Back trucks. Nothing doing right now. It's the 3v3 towards the point. Tommy grabs one. That's Phoebes cut down. Half a tick left to go here on tick 2. Now Elite grabs one back. Shufi just trying to sneak down. Just get one back too. Nades going out. Back and forth. Almost to the third tick. Xe gets one. Can't get the second. Time dwindling down. One life remains. Tommy has to go huge. 1v2 towards the point. Tags up one. Can't quite get him though. And 2 seconds left. That's going to be Akron taking round number 2. I do apologize, Graf, for kind of taking a throne there, but my goodness, that was just absolutely hectic towards the end, and Illinois almost being able to pull that one off.
And I can't blame you either, because Shufi, he almost went huge. I don't know how he stayed alive as long as he did, but it started off with that initial gunfight that he won against Kaiser, because Kaiser was also on 5 kills in a row, so he denied a streak as well. So great stuff from Shufi, showing that signs of life, but yet again, they came so close to the round win and just weren't able to close it out.
Yeah, and Xe struggling again since the new game. He's 3-11, and has the same stat line we saw in Search and Destroy, and it was just barely good enough then. Not good enough right now. They find themselves down 2-0, and well, Xe works soccer field, but he's got 3 players on him. There's two kills. That's going to allow Akron to work up the right side of the map, and now just basically a 3v2 towards this point.
Yeah, and Kaiser, he's trying to watch somebody up top, but the pinch is starting to come on in, so I like this. Just hop off the point, play your life, make sure that they can't find you or find these kills as easily as they would like, but Xe, another big gunfight he needed to win. And so this is the way that Illinois started off the last time. So hot on the defensive rounds, but once it came to about 15 seconds left, it was something about Akron that decided to turn it on up, put that clutch mode into fruition, and Shufi trying to find another. Kills are starting to come through, and Shufi, oh my goodness, this guy is snapping right now. He's feeling cracked. Unfortunately, it will be Elite to be the one that hunts him down.
Yeah, great job by Illinois again on defense. They did this in the first round, but did end up falling apart just a bit, but Tommy gets a crucial first blood onto B. Now Kaiser, it's all up to him to try to get 1 or 2 kills towards his top window in Locker's side. He does get one. There's the second. There's the opening. Now Akron can stack this B point. They can start to work that spawn trap too. You see Phoebes already working the backside clip, trying to cut them off at spawn. Tags up one. That'll do enough damage. However, Mata over top from the backside grabs 2. Elite gets 2 back for himself. 10 seconds left to go. 1 tick remains. It's up to Tommy and Shufi. Grabs 1, grabs 2, takes him off of B. No one really even close. That's 1 more player. Now it's up to Aiden to try to get back onto B. Time dwindling down. He gets onto the B point. Player number 6, Shufi, just has to take him off, and time will run out. He gets the kill too. Looking for that second. Not going to happen on the B point. Time runs out, and Illinois with a bit of a clean defense the first part of that round, but able to clutch up in the end anyways, and it's going to be 2-1 back on offense.
Zarin, I thought it was going to happen again because, oh my god, it was the final seconds, right? And they were maybe a few seconds away from getting that B-side cap and potentially having that opportunity at A again. But you're looking at the stat line. Kaiser went massive 12 non-traded kills. That is incredible. That is exactly what you want to see. Thieves also finding some big openers, big 1v1s. But Illinois, they didn't really have much success on that, or they actually did have some good success on their offense, weren't able to get the win, but they have the potential to get the reverse sweep here in the control.
Yep, a little bit of a patient offensive start here for Illinois. Not necessarily a bad thing, but that's going to allow a player like Aiden, or sorry, Elite rather, to work his way into pool, able to grab one, and Aiden gets one back for himself. There's a second for Elite, and there's a 4-man wipe. Now Akron can advance the map. They're just going to play at corners, watch all the crosses as Shufi does grab one back, and now Illinois in a bit of trouble, but still lots of time to work with.
Yeah, and that was a great stun check, but still Elite wins the gunfight. The trades will come through, and I like the way that Illinois is trying to play this get the middle of the map aggression. You know that they're spread out, so use your numbers and allow yourself to find those opening kills. But again, you always have players on the flank. It feels like if you are Akron, Shufi has just been on another level. The stat line maybe not showing it as much, sitting at 14 and 12, but this guy has done so much for the team, and he's in that power position in antenna where it's so annoying to try to clear those players out. They will find a few openers, but somehow Aiden gets a double. Aiden almost, Aiden does get the third. I don't know how, but he finds it. Still, the trades are in. One more player left on the point. Kaiser will find it, and he's looking for more, and he cannot lose right now.
Wow. Gotta fly. 7 seconds left to go. They will get onto the A point. Just looking around. Exy has to go huge. He does finally pick up Thieves. And now 2 players stacked up on the A. They do have the ticks. Only 4 seconds to spare. They can't let them into the point. Kaiser gets 2 back though. Mata trades 1 back out. Gets a second. Needs a third. Not gonna happen. But Tommy's there for the trade. Back on to A we go. It's a 1v1 towards a point. Now going to be a 1v2. And you see player number 7 already working towards B. They will get cut down. Time dwindling once again. Point 7 taken away. Shufi grabs one. Elite looking for that second player. Not going to be able to get it. So now the double stack wasn't going to come in for the time being. A will be taken care of unless player number 4 can get there fast. Tommy, 1 player to deal with. Finally, A captured and 1 minute left to go. Illinois, only 6 lives to work with, but they need this round.
Yeah, and look at this. They're trying to hunt him on the south side of the map, but you're looking at the live 17 to 5. You can only give up 1. Exy does find that opener on the Kaiser, but the trades are coming on through. It should be the side of Akron able to close this one out, and still, I don't think the side of... Oh, Exy doesn't even get to use his streak either. Oh, it was so chaotic, and that's going to be something you're looking back at and saying, hey, we might have needed to invest that a tad bit earlier, but it looks like it's going to be Akron. This series was close, but this one's going to be coming to a close.
Yeah, it's hard to even say what went wrong there for Illinois. I mean, it's just Kaiser and Aiden go huge again. Obviously, the stat line for Elite proves a lot, but still... There's the final kill, and there's Akron taking the series 2-1. Wow, just a unfortunate circumstances there for Illinois, and Exy once again struggled mightily in that control. Ultimately costed Illinois a spot. I mean, I'm not going to single him out, but overall, just Illinois could not keep up with the likes of Elite and Kaiser. But I can't emphasize the importance of Aiden enough. Once again towards A. He did that 2 rounds in a row on defense, able to fend them off just long enough to call in the reinforcements. And with that, it will be Akron Zips taking the series 2-1, and they'll be 1-0 in Pool D as Illinois falls. They will start 0-1, but will look to bounce back in their next series.
Yeah, and that's just such a difficult one to swallow. You know you were so close to taking him down, but in those final moments, again, I like how you pointed out, Aiden, he found those 2 and 3 pieces. It was absolutely incredible, and it looks like we're going to bring on in a player from the side of Akron. Is going to be Bips as we take a look back. They took it in a 2-1. Akron, they looked good, and they're looking to keep it going here.
Yeah, I mean, Akron, very, very impressive. Yeah, Akron, very, very impressive as we have Phoebes joining us in the booth.
How
Perhaps
we doing?
perhaps a little bit of a tighter series than you wanted, but how you feeling after that win?
Pretty good, pretty good. The game kind of screwed us over a little bit. I had to use Hunter's account. It wasn't running as well. Right when I switched accounts, down about 30 frames, but luckily I knew my teammates would fry. It wouldn't be a problem. They've been doing it all year, so I knew they had my back there. We should have won it 2-0 in the search, but we closed it out in map 3, so that was well.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff coming out of you. Yeah, no, Phoebes, that was a great series for you guys to be able to close out. Like you said, you wish you could have done it in that search and destroy. And do you think it was maybe a little bit of overconfidence as one of your teammates tries to go on in with the execution?
Yeah, I was alive with him there. I was a little confused, but I trusted him. I don't know what he was doing. He said he thought it was last alive, so he went for it, but it's all right. It all worked out in the end.
Now, you guys have been pretty successful so far in the CCL. What, like, some matches you probably would want back, but obviously some very, very good wins as well. Like, what's the confidence level going into this event? And now, obviously, after this first win, and probably the most important match that's going to be a part of your Saturday, how you guys feeling?
I think the confidence is very high. We had a good week of practice. I think it was getting a little shaky in the beginning, but I think the vibes are at an all-time high right now, so just got to keep it going into the end of the day and tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. And just such a great series coming out of you guys, taking it in a 2-1. Do you want to say anything to the fans or people watching out here in the stream?
I appreciate everyone watching. I know I have some friends tuning in, some family and everything, so I appreciate them. And I love everyone who loves watching this stuff and coming out and everyone who runs it.
Well, I appreciate you for coming in, and congrats on the win. Obviously, job not done yet, but we hope to see you back in the booth and hopefully tomorrow as well.
Yep, sounds good. I hope so too.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you.